Hey everybody, so I am still working on the old freezer for the pantry challenge, and I pulled out a bag of strawberries that still looked good, but they were from 2020. So what I've decided to do with them is to make muffins for the kids to have breakfast, and us too, for this week. So what I thought I would do is combine these strawberries with some cream cheese that I've had in the back of the refrigerator, and it is still good. It still says June of 2022, but I've had it since Christmas. So we're going to go ahead and use some of this and the strawberries, and we're going to try to make up some quick muffins. So I'm going to measure this out because it is not labeled, and I am pretty sure this is 4 cups instead of 2, in which case I would need to double the recipe. So let's measure out our strawberries first and give them a quick chop before we start the recipe. Alright, so I'm just going to throw them in my Ninja, and then we will put them back in this bowl. Actually, I think this bowl was dirty. Let me get another one. Alright. And I do not mind that they're a little bit icy. That's not going to hinder me at all. This last bit had a bit of juice in it, so it's a little more pureed. But that's okay. And I was right, it is 4 cups, so we need to double this recipe. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a whole, let's see, this is a 1/2 cup of butter, so I'm going to have to double, so I need a whole. And I do not have another one at room temperature, so I'm going to have to heat this one up really quick. Alright, so while that one is heating up, I'm going to get this other stick of butter in to the mixer, and I'm going to use, since I'm going to double the recipe, I'm going to go ahead and use this whole thing. It's probably supposed to be less than half, but I'm going to just go ahead and add a little bit more so it'll be more like a cheesecake muffin. So we'll put that in there. And I want to go ahead and get my sugar in with the butter and flour. So we had a spill in our refrigerator of milk last night, and it got on the bottom of my sugar bag that I had in there, so I poured them in these mason jars for temporary. So I'm going to go ahead and use that first. Alright, so I'm going to do normally a 1/2 cup of sugar, so we're going to add a whole cup of sugar. And get that going. Woo! Wow, that was not good. Let me grab the butter. So that is going. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my vanilla, which I want to do probably 1 teaspoon, but since I'm doubling it, there was about 2 teaspoons left in this, so that's out. And then I want to go ahead and do my eggs, which I normally large chicken eggs, but I am actually going to use duck eggs because they are a lot richer, and all 6 of my ducks are laying. And I am not going to use that one because that one looks gross. And that is why you always do it into a separate bowl. And it probably was fine, but it had this weird gray thing on it. So I'm not sure what that was. But that's okay, because I have plenty more since all 6 of my ducks are laying. Right now, I'm getting a dozen duck eggs every couple days. I was thinking 2, but I forgot I'm doubling the recipe. So I need 4. If you've not ever worked with duck eggs, they are huge and just so rich. Okay, and then I'm going to put in, I'm going to go ahead and add my berries because I want to get all my liquid in, and then I need a 1/2 cup of milk, and I have some 1/2 and 1/2. I'm going to use that so I don't use our drinking milk. And actually I need to do a whole cup. Alright, so there's that. And then the last thing is going to be flour. So I'm going to start that mixing while I get my 4 cups of flour ready. And these are going to be very pink since I had all that liquid in my strawberries, but that is fine with me. All right. So I'm just going to let that gently incorporate, and I will get my trays ready. So this is actually a fairly thick batter, probably because of the 1/2 and 1/2 and the cream cheese, which is good because I was worried it was going to be runny. Since I had all that extra moisture. Okay, So I'm just going to scrape down my sides and my bottom and make sure it's all incorporated in. All right, and then I am just going to use a 1/4 scoop and start filling these. Now you could use a cookie scoop or an ice cream scoop, but I find for muffins that my 1/4 cup is really easy and it does really well. Now I did not do any salt or baking powder or any of that because I am using self-rising flour and all of that is pretty much in there. Makes my life easy. It's what I have. And I will write the recipe I use below. And it looks like this is going to make way more. So I may have to put this in the refrigerator and come back and make more of these. But that is going to be perfect. And I don't think these are going to rise too much, so I may be able to put more in these muffin tins. But the more, the merrier, because I can freeze them and have breakfast for the future. Yeah, we're not even halfway through this, so I'm going to go back and add a little more. All right, in the oven for 25 minutes we go.